Morning to you, or whatever time of Monday or the week you are watching this. I am Donna Kreis, also known as the Mental Mystic of the Hearth of the Mental Mystic. And this is my Monday morning messages live. So, how are you doing? Did you have a nice weekend? I hope you did. Even if you ended up working it, I hope that the days that you had for the weekend are or were good ones. And whenever you're able to take time off and for yourself, I hope you make the most of it. So I don't have any announcements this week, beyond the fact that you may see me dialing things back a little bit. Last week I realized that the first part of the week was a contraction for me, and the second part of the week was the beginning of expansion for me. And as a result, I am being asked to step out beyond my comfort zone, to have faith and courage that where I am going is for my highest and best good. And I know it is. I know it is. It's just the stepping beyond, traveler, new direction, move in a new direction. So that's what I'm doing. And as a result, I'm dialing it back on my offerings. I believe for the rest of 2020, I'll mostly be focusing on intuitive readings and one-on-one sessions. So, yeah, that is where my focus will be. And I will be stepping into the aligned year journey, but I think that's going to be more of a case of sharing what comes up for me and sharing steps that I'm taking. And you are more than welcome to join me for that. But it's not going to be a formal membership or group or course or anything. I believe I will be sharing that on the community hearth. And let me grab the link for you real quick. If you are interested in joining us there, that would be awesome. We would love to have you. But yes, so if you have been interested in the moon manifestation group or circle, as well as the aligned year, those are going to be more informal, I think, at least for a while. So I'll be sharing on the community hearth for those who are interested. So, what do we as a community need to know? What do you need to know going into this week? Be fearless and stand strong, the warrior, no matter what comes your way this week. We have been in a period of topsy-turviness. It's been a real roller coaster ride, ups and downs. Since for us here, it's been the middle of March. I know other parts of the world, even other parts of this country, have experienced ups and downs even earlier. And there's a lot being asked of us right now, a lot. But we're being asked to remain fearless and to stand strong. It's easy when we're in situations like this, especially ones that go on for as long as this one has so far. It's easy to lose faith, and it's easy to feel as if it's never going to end. I know there are a lot who are saying that it's time for us to find our new normal, and there are those who are resisting the idea of a new normal because we've become so comfortable with the old normal. And many of us are grieving what we consider to be the old normal. But we have the strength and courage within us to tread new waters, to trailblaze new paths. And those paths may be different from the ones that we experienced previously. This whole situation forced us to go within, not only within our houses and within our communities, well, not even our communities, our family units. And many of us felt the call to go within ourselves. And many of us heeded that. Not everybody did, because it's not always a comfortable place to be. But it's the place that we're most needed right now. Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. I've heard many stories from my friends via social media. Some of these friends I've known for many, many years. Others I've known for many years, but have yet to meet face to face with them. And through them, I'm hearing stories of how people are dealing with this situation. Not all of us are dealing with it gracefully. And recently, I read a story from a lady that I consider to be my uh, consider to be a friend and a mentor and my spiritual mama. You may have heard me mention her. You may have seen the episode of By the Hearth where I got a chance to interview her. And so it's Reverend Diania Beatty, and also known by me better as Mama D. And she was telling me about a woman in the grocery store when she went the other day that was yelling and things weren't going quickly enough for her, and Mama D ended up calling her out because she ended up being so aggressive that she ended up frightening a, a young girl in front of Mama D, and Mama D doesn't put up with that. And so she called her out, and the lady ended up changing her story, and she apologized and said she didn't know what came over her. And whether we're aware of it or not, we're all under a lot of stress right now. We're being asked to change. In many ways, we're being forced to change by circumstance. We're being asked to go beyond our comfort levels. And that is obviously not a comfortable thing. And we're all reacting to it differently. So the Shaolin Master is asking us to be graceful in movement and action. And few of us are graceful when we're rushing through the steps. So we're being asked to slow down, to become aware of our surroundings, of those around us, of our actions, our thoughts. We're being asked to become aware of these things, move more slowly. And by moving more slowly, we are able to react, to respond, and act more gracefully. Eagle. See from a higher perspective. It's easy to get wrapped up in the everyday minutia and to go on autopilot. More and more we're being asked to slow down, to see things from a higher perspective, not as our human selves, our conditioned selves. We're being asked to look at things, look at situations, look at others through the eyes, through the eye of our spiritual selves. This lifetime is nothing more than a blink of an eye. We wake up one day and we find ourselves kicking and screaming in a wee little body. And a little body that is not capable of carrying out or doing the things that we know we are capable of. And as the years go on, we become more enmeshed, embodied within the body, and it starts to respond to us more deeply, more in alignment. That is, if we wake up and listen and do slow down and start seeing with our spiritual being rather than reacting through our conditioned selves. Each of us holds within us deep wisdom. Even those souls that are considered young, we're all ancient as spirits. Just some of us have more experience here on this earthly plane. And those of us who do have more experience on this earthly plane, not just in this lifetime, but lifetimes upon lifetimes upon lifetimes prior to this, we are asked to love and connect and guide others from our deeper wisdom, not in what is right for us, but what is right for them. And we cannot do this when we are allowing our conditioned selves to lead the way. Each of us needs to become aware, more aware of that part of ourselves that was born beyond this earthly plane. Each of us needs to learn how to, as our conditioned selves, step out of the way and allow our more ancient selves, that part of us that does house deeper wisdom, to lead the way. So as the card says, see from a higher perspective. And we can only truly do that when it's not a matter of our conditioned selves getting out of the way, but releasing the conditioning, getting beyond it because it no longer serves us. To get beyond that and our human self and our spiritual, wiser self work together to embody mastery. Yes. What else do we need to know? Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Our deeper, wiser selves know what we need, not only as a spirit, but as a body. It was part of the process when we were coming into being. It knows better than we ourselves know what we as a spirit and a body most need. And by opening up to this information, we do find healing. We are healed. Guardian angel, you are not alone. We speak of our guardian angel always being with us throughout this lifetime, throughout past lifetimes. The truth of the matter is, many, if not all of us, have not just one guardian angel. We have an entire team of divine beings around us at all times. If we were able to see all the divine beings that journey with us throughout this lifetime, if they took up space, the room would feel awfully crowded. And many of us, because we have lived so many lifetimes, would not be able to gather all the divine beings that surround us into a single room if it was not a stadium. And even then, I sometimes wonder if it would be large enough were we to physically house all the divine beings around us. We are never alone. Even if it sometimes feels like it, we are never, ever alone. And when we are feeling alone, the reason we feel alone is because we ourselves somehow, some way, have cut ourselves off from the divine flow. And the best way for us not to feel alone is to open up and get back in that flow. Gratitude is a great doorway to get back into the flow. Gratitude, joy. But when we're in that space, it's so easy not to see these things, not to see things to be grateful for, not to see things that cause us joy. Nature is often the key to those doorways. Just getting out in nature If you can, get out, take your shoes off, and bury your toes in the grass. If you live near a beach, go bury your toes in the sand. Let the waves I hear let the waves lick your ankles. Get into nature. I I was watching a video from Courtney Fay Long. It was her one of the classes for her Archangel Activations series with Archangel Jophiel. And Courtney calls it powering up. And just going out in nature and holding your arms up and looking up at the sky. I guess according to Courtney, there have been studies done. Am I remembering that correctly? I can't remember. Um, but there were studies done that looking up helps us physiologically. And so looking up and holding your arms up, and even if you're not feeling it, hold your arms up and you can say, power me up, Archangel Jophiel. And I will add the link to that course in the comments. But yeah, just look up, especially when you're outside. The clouds, the sky. I mean, be grateful for gravity, because without gravity, we'd be floating up in the air and up into space, and we wouldn't be grounded. So being grateful for gravity is actually a good thing. Or gravity is something to be grateful for. But look for joy. The internet is great for videos to make you laugh and to feel love and compassion and tenderness and laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. So I kind of got sidetracked, but you are not alone. And these things, experiencing these things, can get you back into the flow, the divine flow, and help you to realize that you're not alone, to connect and feel the energy and the support that really is all around you at all times. So I think that's good for this week. And I will also, if you are interested in having a private intuitive reading with me, I will also put that link in the comments. So I would love to work with you and be the translator for the messages coming into you until you yourself can hear them come through. So until next time, dear friend, may you be well and take care until I talk to you again. Have a great day.